Hello friends, and welcome back to another virtual story time with Miss Liz. Today, we're reading a book that I've been wanting to read with you for a very long time. And today's the day. We are going to be reading Just Ask by Sonia Sotomayor, illustrated by Rafael López. And this is published by Penguin Random House. Just ask. The subtitle is Be Different, Be Brave, Be You by Sonia Sotomayor, illustrated by Rafael López. This is a book with many different stories in it about many different young people. Hi, I'm Sonia. My friends and I are planting a garden. Gardens are magical places. Thousands of plants bloom together, but every flower, every berry, and every leaf is different. Each has a different smell, a different color, a different shape, a different purpose. Some flowers need lots of sunlight. Others thrive in the shade. Some have to be trimmed regularly, while others are better off left alone. Some trees and flowers are more fragile and others are more hardy. Kids are all different too. Some of us are in a hurry and others take more time. Some of us are shy and quiet or seem that way, while others are chatty and loud. Some of our differences are easy to spot. Others take longer to notice. Each of us grows in our own way. So if you are curious about other kids, just ask. And here we're going to begin learning about some of Sonia's friends. Not everyone is comfortable answering questions about themselves, but I don't mind. What am I doing? Do you see Sonia right now sitting and doing something with her arm? What am I doing? Several times a day, I prick my finger to measure the sugar in my blood. And I give myself shots of medicine called insulin. I do this because I have diabetes, and my body doesn't make insulin naturally like other people's. Even though this can sometimes hurt, I gather all of my courage and I do it so I can be healthy. Do you ever need to take medicine to be healthy? So here's Sonia giving herself shots of insulin to help her diabetes. I know someone in my family who has diabetes, and you might also. That's just one reason people might take medicine. Oh, Rafael says I do need to take medicine to keep me healthy. My name is Rafael, and I have asthma, which means sometimes I have trouble breathing. When that happens, I take a break and I use an inhaler with medicine to make breathing easier. See, Rafael has his inhaler in his hand. It's something that you pump into your mouth and into your lungs to help you breathe. Quiet time helps me slow down and catch my breath. My inhaler is like a tool to help my body. Do you use a tool to help your body? Let's see if anyone else does. I do. I'm Anthony, and I use a wheelchair to get around. Even though I can't run with my legs, I can go super fast. See Anthony go? How do you get from place to place? Walking is one way, running is another way, a wheelchair, flying, riding a bike. These are all ways to get around. Let's see how someone else gets around. Oh, my name is Madison, and my guide dog, Lucky, helps me get places safely because I am blind. My friend Arturo is blind too. He uses a cane to get around. You see, being blind means they can't see, they can't use their eyes like I use my eyes and like you may use your eyes. Even though we can't see, We strengthen our other senses and notice lots of details others may miss. We can hear with our ears, smell with our noses, and feel with our hands. How do you use your senses? The senses are sight, smell, taste, touch, and hearing. And look, there's Lucky the guide dog. So you see that Madison has Lucky to help her get around, and Arturo uses a cane. Those are two different ways for them to get from place to place safely. How do you use your senses? Let's see. I'm Vijay. I learn about the world differently because I can see, but I can't hear. I am deaf. Most of the time, I communicate with people using my face and my hands through sign language. You guys know how we say, hello, friends, every day that we read a story? That is sign language, and that is part of how Vijay communicates. It's cool to know another language, says Vijay. I also love reading and writing. What about you? Do you like reading and writing? Maybe some of you can't read or write on your own yet, but I bet you enjoy books and I bet you enjoy drawing as well. And that's the first step to being able to write. Oh, I am Bianca and I have dyslexia. So I have to work really hard and take my time when I am reading and writing words. Dyslexia is something that causes your brain to have a hard time seeing letters clearly and being able to read clearly. So that's something that Bianca struggles with. Sometimes I use computer programs to help me. I love learning by doing things. My imagination is full of ideas, and I'm very good at making art from the pictures I see in my mind. Wow, look, Bianca is a very good artist. Are you really good at something? She asks. I'm great at dinosaurs. I know all about them, says this kid. I'm Jordan, and I have autism. Organizing and counting all my toy dinosaurs again and again makes me feel calm. My friend Tiana also has autism, but it's different for her. She doesn't talk. But I like to talk. I especially like to talk about dinosaurs. So you see, even though Jordan and Tiana both have autism, it is very different for each of them. Jordan likes to talk and Tiana does not. Ooh, for me, listening comes more easily than talking, and I am a really good listener. My name is Ann, and I speak with a stutter, so sometimes I repeat a word or get stuck when I try to say it. It may take me a little longer to express myself, and sometimes I'm too shy to talk. But I understand everything that's going on. Do you ever wonder if people understand you? I do. My name is Julia. Sometimes I wiggle or make sounds that I can't control because I have Tourette's syndrome. People may look at me funny because they think I'm not paying attention or just acting out, but that's not true. I am listening. I don't always like having to explain. It frustrates me, but it helps when I tell people that it's just what my body does. Do you ever feel frustrated? Asks Julia. My name is Manuel, and I have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. It's also called ADHD. I can get frustrated when I really feel the need to move around, even though I'm supposed to sit still. When my teachers and friends are patient with me, if I forget something or get distracted, I can get myself back on track. What's helpful for you. And if you look here, you can see that Manuel is jumping around and spreading seeds into the dirt of the garden. So looks like he may actually be helping while he's having fun. I'm Nolan. It's helpful to me when the food I eat has a clear label that says it is nut-free because I am allergic to nuts. They can make me so sick that I would have to go to the hospital if I ate any, even by accident. So I always tell people about my allergy and ask if any food has nut ingredients. Speaking up helps keep me healthy. How do you use your voice? Do you see in this picture that Nolan is saying no thank you to the squirrel because the squirrel is trying to give Nolan an acorn? And an acorn is a type of nut. Remember, Nolan can't eat nuts or he could get sick. So he says, no thank you, squirrel. I love to sing and I love to talk. I love to make new friends and be included. I am Grace. I was born with Down syndrome. Kids like me with Down syndrome have an extra building block called a chromosome in our bodies. But we are all different from each other too. I can do almost anything any other kid can do, though learning new things can take some time. One way I learn is to ask questions. What helps you learn? Grace wants to know. Oh, you see Grace is singing with the birds on this page. How fun! It's me, Sonia again. I ask questions too. When something seems different or new, I just ask my parents or my teacher and they help me to understand, especially if my friends don't feel ready to explain. This is what I've learned. Imagine if all the plants in this garden were exactly the same. Like, what if we could only grow peas? That would mean no strawberries or cucumbers or carrots. It might also mean no trees or roses or sunflowers. Just like in our garden, all the ways we are different make our neighborhood, our whole world really, more interesting and fun. And just like all of these plants, each of us has unique powers to share with the world and make it more interesting and richer. What will you do with your powers? Look at this picture. Isn't that nice? We see all of the kids that we met in the book, all of the kids that are all different and all special and amazing. They say, what will you do with your powers? The end. And on the back of the book, it says, each of us grows in our own way. I think that is an excellent thing to remember. And once again, this book was called Just Ask. Be Different, Be Brave, Be You by Sonia Sotomayor and illustrated by Rafael López. I hope you all enjoyed this story. And I want you to remember the lesson that the book gave us is that everybody is different. If you are curious about someone else, just ask. Many times, people will be happy to give you more information so that you can better understand. Now, thank you all for reading with me. I am very excited to see you again tomorrow, and we'll read some more great books. Thanks for watching.